All right, okay, we're working.
We are working. We're recording back there. We're recording up here.
The technical difficulties of shooting in a car.
Oh man, we had. No, it's not even the shooting in a car thing. Like the shooting in a car thing is bad enough, but there was so many technical difficulties with the last one. Trying to export the video, and there's no good reason why. But for some reason, every time I tried to export the YouTube video of the podcast, it just exported, and then it's like it would start black like normal, and then it would go to a certain frame and just stop there, and like the audio would play on,
It just gave up.
but that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's someone coming.
Oh, hey, look, a jeep. I mean, that's cool. They can say hi.
What are they doing with the canoe? Is there a pond there they can go canoeing? No,
There's a little river thing. That's
oh,
okay.
that's
Well,
okay.
yeah, we'll get going. Okay, so again, no intro. I mean, that's an intro. We just welcome to the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm Kirk,
I'm Alex.
and this is podcast number 3. I think the last two have gone pretty good,
They have.
and we're gonna keep it going. So I guess our first topic is one that I'm kind of talking about with myself 24/7, but
Mm-hmm.
the Sony A6300 versus the Canon M50.
Canon M50 being brand new
Yes, definitely.
release only a couple months ago.
There's pros and cons to both. They're the two cameras that I am looking at the most for upgrading to.
Yeah, if you're looking for something small, so mirrorless camera is
Yeah,
the way to go there.
I have a couple of like definite things that they have to have. Like I'm not considering a camera if they don't have it. And number one is a hot shoe with a mic input, which is surprisingly hard in a mirrorless camera to find.
Yeah.
Um, 4K is not really a priority for me. It's nice to have it, but it's not a priority, which is why I'm considering the M50.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the M50. I don't really consider that usable 4K. Like you can in manual focus, I'll
Yeah.
say, but from what I've seen, like the focusing is brutal.
Yeah.
And then I want it to be a mirrorless, of course, because I want it to be small.
Yeah.
Really small. It needs to fit in like a 6-liter bag small.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
those are my
both
two options.
both of those cameras definitely fit into that category for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So you shoot Canon,
I do.
and
Well,
you're enjoying that.
I am. I looked when I was getting a camera. I was looking into Sony's as well. But what pulled me away from it was that if I was gonna go Sony, the camera would have been twice as expensive
And
that
the
I would have
6300,
bought.
yeah, the 6300 is more expensive than the M50.
The M50 something like $900 or something.
Yeah, I was looking on it earlier today at Henry's. Now this is Canadian. I think it was going for it was on sale for $9.99.
Yeah.
With the kit lens, which I would need the kit lens. Now for me, if I was going with the 6300, presently I wouldn't need the kit lens because I'd use the lens I already have for my. I currently have a Sony A5100.
Yeah.
And so, which I love. I actually really enjoy the 5100. The only downside is it does not have a mic input or
Yeah.
anywhere to put a mic, and so I'm forced to record audio to my phone, which I think is okay. It's just not ideal.
Yeah.
For run and gun kind of shoot.
Yeah, it takes a lot more, especially if you want to try to do editing, on the go. You're trying to do stuff every day if you're doing traveling stuff
Yep.
like that.
Well, the traveling thing for me is a big one because I want to spend as little time as I can editing and as much time as I can doing stuff.
Yeah.
So
And then it's just that extra step of having to import the audio and then sync them up.
yeah, and now it's going pretty good because I've got it set up to edit on my iPad, of course, and so my audio files are already on my iPad because of
Yeah.
everything's sunk really well or synced up really well.
Yep, that's a plus for sure.
But yeah, in terms of the actual cameras themselves, so the Canon, the number one big thing that's dragging me to the Canon is it has that touch screen with the fully articulating.
Mhm.
It's so much easier to frame. Like right now, I can frame with the 5100 because it has the like vertical flip up.
Yep.
That's obviously not an option if you have a mic on it, which most cameras that
Yep.
except mics don't have a flip up screen anyway.
Yeah.
But the 6300 does not have that, so it's going to be much harder to sync up.
Right.
It's also more expensive than the Canon, which you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
I find Sony cameras always tend to be a bit more expensive.
yeah,
Like everything.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's good. I think it has a lot of benefits in terms of the quality of the image that you're getting. Now, it in 4K. I'll caveat
Yeah.
that with in 4K, which I want the option, but it's not a huge deal because I feel like 99% of what I shoot or post is going to be in 1080.
Well, and that's the thing too, especially if you're trying to do everything mostly on an iPad or you want to carry just like a single like 1 terabyte drive or something like that with you. A lot of like a bit of 4K over a few weeks of traveling or something like that. If you were taking a lot of video, will fill up pretty quick.
Yeah,
Right
for
with
sure.
4K.
It absolutely would. And the other thing about the Sony is it does have 1080 120,
Hmm.
which the Canon does not have.
Yeah,
So
that slow mo was great.
it is. It is. It's
That's
fantastic.
that's one thing I struggle with my Canon camera that I had, my T6i, is that
There's no real slow mo,
there's no slow mo at all. Like the best I can get is a 720/60.
and you're not filming in 720.
No, I mean if I really wanted to do something, being able to use the lenses on my camera, I guess I would. But if I wanted to shoot something slow mo, usually I just go to my phone then, because
Yeah.
I can shoot 1080 240 on my phone.
Which again is insane.
Yeah.
We talked about that in the past. But
Yeah.
damn, like
Or 4K 60.
yeah, 4K 60 on your phone. I can't even.
Yeah, you can't do that on most
No.
cameras.
You're spending like $3,000 to get a camera.
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
At
You're
minimum.
into a 1DX.
Yep.
Not even. 1DX doesn't shoot 4K 60, does it? Or 4K 30? I don't know, maybe. I have no idea.
I'd have to look into that. I'm actually not
Yeah.
positive.
I'm not
That's out of
sure.
My price
I'm not
range.
sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so the M50 for me, it's the easier run and gun package. Like
Mhm.
it is easier, and the dual pixel autofocus is insane.
Yeah.
Like that's the best in my opinion that you can get for that price range. It's fantastic. The touchscreen is awesome. I think that I don't know why Sony doesn't really have a good touchscreen
Yeah.
for that price range.
Kind of weird.
And then Sony has the tilting screen, which I wouldn't like. I'd use it for photos, but like it makes no use to me in video.
No, that's the thing. The flip out screen is so much more useful.
Yeah.
Like and what I find really weird, some of the Sony cameras have that flip up screen that doesn't even flip up all the way.
Yeah.
Like you still can't even see it.
I mean, my Sony, my DSLR, the A33,
Hmm.
it's older, but like it has a flip down screen, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
literally useless.
Yeah, you
in anytime.
It's
you
hard
have
to hold it. You can't put it on a tripod or in any way. You can't. Like,
yeah, that's like I can't even like Sony just put an articulating. If that honestly,
That's everyone's biggest caveat about Sony cameras is like, why can't they have a proper flip out screen?
with a touchscreen, because like
Yeah, with a touchscreen.
my phone can use a touchscreen to record video and edit settings, and it's just so convenient.
Yeah.
Like if I don't know, it's annoying. But is it enough to sway me away from it? I'm not
Mhm.
sure. And that's like there's a few downsides to the 6300. A big thing is that it's more expensive. If they were the
Yeah,
same,
absolutely.
if they were the same cost, there wouldn't be a debate.
Yeah, it'd just be.
It would just be I would just go with the 6300 and
Yeah.
deal with the little bit of annoyance of not having the screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think lens selection for Canon's line of mirrorless cameras is not quite there yet.
Not for the mirrorless cameras, no, yeah.
But at the same time, anything that I would use is there.
Yeah.
Like anything that I would need is there, and if not, then I can get an adapter if I really needed to, and then I have a full lineup of Canon lenses, which is the best in my opinion.
My recommendation is just get a, big DSLR.
Yes.
Big Canon DSLR, stick a Rode, like a Video Mic Pro on it, and
Yeah.
a huge wide angle lens, and away you go. Because
I would
that's kinda
save
what I'm
more money,
rocking here.
like the SL2.
Well, that's the thing. My whole setup here is about the same cost as what an M50 is.
Yeah, exactly, and you've
Right,
got great
and-
audio.
I've got wicked audio in my Rode Video Mic Pro.
You were lucky enough to have the lenses. If you have the
Yeah,
lenses,
that's the thing. I already had this lens because it was my mom's lens. Because she had just a Canon XTI, so it was only a photo camera. It was before the Canon put any video on any of their consumer grade DSLRs.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I already had the lens there. But this lens particular one is like $400 or something like that. And then this body I got for like $600. This is all Canadian. So when you put it all together, it's like $1,300.
yeah,
right.
which when you get an M50 plus the mic.
Yeah, you're into that.
And that's with the M50 on sale right now. So the
Yeah, if
M50 is currently on sale. That price I gave in Canadian is a sale price.
Yeah, and the regular price is like almost the same as its full setup.
Yeah.
Right, an A6300 is like just as much as its full setup.
Yeah,
Like,
and
exactly.
just finding used lens even right now is like for both where we live right now at least, finding lenses for any mirrorless system is like so hard if you wanted to save a bit of money and go
You
used. Like,
use,
you
yeah.
have to buy a new lens because you can't find used ones.
You can get them on eBay.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm always sketched about that. Though. I don't know if I would.
I don't know
I'd
about
rather-
buying stuff on eBay.
Yeah, I avoid eBay.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not, yeah, just no.
Even like buying on Amazon, I try to stay with like the reputable sellers, like the name
Yeah.
that I know. Like I bought my microphone off Amazon, bought my camera off Amazon. The camera was from Canon on Amazon,
Yeah.
and the mic was from Rode on Amazon.
Yeah.
Right, like
For sure. And I mean,
Uh-huh.
I like supporting local when I can. Unfortunately, nobody here really sells.
That's the thing, there's only, like,
besides Best Buy, I think.
there's only a couple stores that actually carry much camera stuff now.
Yep.
Here, right? Because we used to have a Henry's, big Canadian camera store, right?
Yep.
But Henry's is gone now from here, so
they're no longer
so
here.
it's kind of
you're stuck to the online world.
You're stuck to either
Best Buy stuff, which is fine.
Best Buy is good, but I mean, obviously, again, you don't have it's not so focused in on camera, so they don't have a whole lot of selection in stock.
Yeah, like no filters or anything like that.
Yeah,
either, so
I mean, they've got some bodies and stuff in stock. They got some lenses, but there's not a big selection of stuff in stock. And I think there's like one camera, like Newfoundland Camera, I think is the place.
Yeah, they sell a lot of Canon and Nikon. They're more focused on photography.
Photography, and that's the thing too. It's like just hard to find stuff for video.
Yeah.
So where do you go? You go online, right?
Yeah, for sure. But so yeah, that's the struggle, and I'm in a predicament. I literally, that Canon package to me is very compelling, but the image quality on the Sony is better, and right now I'm at the point where like if I get one of these cameras, that's the platform I'm with. Like I'm going Canon or I'm going Sony because I'm going to start collecting lenses, and that gets expensive. Yeah. So, but yeah,
I would say just automatically go Canon because like I have Canon too, and then makes it easy. But I suppose it's different. But it's different lenses. Those are things, different mounts. So I can't even make that argument.
And if you aren't really doing what I'm doing, where like everything I have is tiny and I want it to fit in a small bag so I can bring it wherever, the DSLR right now is the best value. Like the SL2 or the T6i.
Yeah.
The SL2 especially
that's the thing.
Is pretty great.
Like you get a T6i. This is like the previous generation because the T7i is out.
Yeah.
Right. But the T6i to the T7i was very minimal. Like it was no difference to me.
Yeah.
Right. The only changes. I can't even remember the changes that they made. Like it wasn't anything that impacted me whatsoever.
Yeah.
When I was looking into it, and then I bought the whole camera plus the kit lens. Right. It was actually cheaper for me to get it with the kit lens at the time.
Yep.
Right. I got it for like a couple $100 off. No, and it's not terrible. I mean, it has its use.
Yeah.
Right. I've used it a couple times in like vlogging type things just to try it out. But what I found was the wide angles are so much better because you could actually, I could set it up places and make sure it was easier to say I was in frame.
Yeah, for sure. Right? And that goes to that kind of goes on to another topic we want to talk about is the lenses for these cameras. So Canon, in my opinion, has the best lens selection.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, there's no debating that. And the mirrorless side of things,
the biggest thing is I can take this lens off my camera and stick it on some of the Canon's professional cameras.
Yes.
Like not even DSLRs, like they're big.
Like even red cameras, man. You can get a Canon right on that.
Yeah, you can put Canon. You can get. Yeah. Like, I could stick this on like a. What's the name of it? Whatever, red cameras, and just go, and it'd be wicked. Like Red Weapon, that's what I'm thinking of.
Down the road. Yeah. That will not be mobile friendly, but I will make do.
Yeah, that would be.
If I can get a Red Weapon or something
that'd
like
be great, the studio camera.
Yeah, for sure. The thing about it is, it'd be way overkill for anything I can ever imagine doing.
Yeah.
But it'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so the lenses, I mean, I think for video, that, like you said, the wide angle is good to have.
Wide angle is huge if you're doing any sort of vlogging type thing at all.
And I want to get that. I want to get a lens. The one I'm looking at now, I think, is the 18 to 70 mil Zeiss lens for my Sony. If I stick with Sony, I believe that is. And to me, that's the nice zoom range. I know with the zoom lens, you kind of lose a bit.
Yeah.
But for some of the videos I want to do, I think I need a bit of a zoom. It'd just be like the good go-to lens.
Yeah. What I've been working with right now, and I have no desire to buy new lenses right now.
Yours are great.
Which is great because where I had all these few lenses available to me already, right? So I have my kit lens, which I very rarely use, but my 3 other lenses that I use all the time. I've got this 10 to 22 millimeter wide angle lens.
I'd say that's your go-to.
I use this almost exclusively for like vlogging type things, stuff like that, right? The other ones I use, but I do use the telephoto lens. I got a 75 to 300 telephoto lens.
Yeah, you've got some good shots with that.
I use that a lot actually for photography,
yeah.
And I do a lot of video of soccer games.
Yep.
And I use it there too, right? Because it's the best one, obviously, to go all the way across the field or something like that to be able to zoom in a bit.
Could you imagine if you have to run? If you had to like use this and run across the field? You'd be working at one of the players.
I'd almost like to go like something that could go 400 millimeters though.
Yeah.
Because that would just give me that little bit extra that I need to get all the way across.
I think like my dad shoots Nikon, and he's been shooting Nikon for a long time now, and that's his next step. He does a lot of I'll say wildlife. Like he likes taking photos of things that are moving and far away. I think that's.
You definitely need something that's really long to be able to get wildlife and things like that.
Yeah.
I've been doing like a lot of like trying to get some landscapes and stuff like that.
Yep.
And
some
different
good
outdoor.
ones on your Instagram for sure.
Yes.
I've seen some pretty sweet ones going up there.
Working on those.
Yeah.
I usually try to tag, use a hashtag of whichever lens I'm using too, so you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that telephoto lens is huge too. So like you got that range there where you got the wide angle and telephoto, and they're completely different lenses,
You're
right?
covered on like all bases.
That pretty well covers you. And then I also use a nifty 50 portrait lens, right? I don't use it for video quite so much, but what it is great for video for is if you did want to set something up where you had a lot of background blur.
Yeah.
Right? And I've done that a couple times. Right? With that blur in the background, just looks super crispy when you're sitting there. Right.
Speaking about that blur too, so one thing I've definitely realized, and I knew this, but just in practice, is I need an ND filter, like a variable ND filter, to get that nice smooth motion blur when we're recording. And like today, it's super bright, and it's okay for what we're doing now. What ND filter? Number one on my bucket list. I'm trying to find one before the end of the week.
The only reason I'm able to record in my regular 60 at my regular 60 shutter speed right here now is because we're in the car. Like if I go take it outside the car, it'll be way too bright.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm at lowest ISO I can go at 100. It's just not possible.
It's funny. I'm actually not able to record at 1/60.
No.
With this lens, which you think would be opposite because it's a smaller lens. I guess it's just the way that.
Strange.
Whoop.
Oh, that's my phone.
There it goes. Still good.
Yep.
But yeah, so lenses are a big investment, and that's half the reason why I need to pick what camera to go with.
Yeah.
So
because you kind of need to pick one thing because you don't want to go buying lenses for multiple different cameras and stuff like that. It's just too much money, too much hassle.
I say I'm sticking mirrorless, but if in the event that a video production company or something that I started working for or built myself, which would be amazing.
Yep.
I wouldn't be doing mirrorless then. So
no, of course you want to go.
It works both ways, but I think I'll cross that bridge if it comes.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If you want to stick to right now doing more vlog type stuff, especially travel type stuff, you want to.
Yeah, and that's my big thing.
And you want to stick to small, right?
Yep.
That's the thing, right? My camera setup is not so great for traveling. Although I'm used to carrying a couple things, so I'm used to fitting a lot of stuff into 2 bags that I don't have to check anything.
Yeah, well,
I've done so many trips where I haven't checked any bags, but I've taken like 3-4 pairs of shoes, like 7 or 8 days worth of clothes, and laptop and camera and all this stuff.
I am taking 2 bags, but I'm taking a small book bag for my clothes and stuff, and then a 6-liter on-the-go pack. Now, I use this nice little tiny, what is it? Pack safe bag.
Yeah.
So they make an amazing little camera bag that I'm probably going to upgrade to in the future.
That's one thing I've got to get on is a camera bag.
Just because the second I go to add another lens, then I need that bag. I need that camera bag. So, but everything I need I still want it to be light as possible, and that goes into the next topic, which is editing on the go.
Yep, that's a big one.
Yeah, and so I'm experimenting with LumaFusion for the iPad. I think it's a fantastic app. The thing I'm most blown away with is how it keeps up with like rendering in real time, beyond anything that my desktop computers in the past could do. Like, it's crazy.
Which is awesome.
Like, it is. Now, it's limited. Like, I'm obviously not going to be able to get the same quality of edits with LumaFusion as you would with Final Cut Pro.
Yes,
that's or with Premiere Pro. Like, it doesn't compare, but the trade-off to using an iPad that costs $300 right now, $350 versus, I mean,
you're into at least $1,500 on a MacBook.
Pro. Yeah.
Right?
Like, I wouldn't consider an Air for editing right now.
No.
Because they haven't been updated in forever.
Exactly.
So then you're going to
That's why I can't edit on the go.
Yeah, and then you're going to a MacBook Pro, which is considerably bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? The iPad is the size of 1/2 of the...
Yeah.
And then way smaller. But then you get a touchscreen. And I actually really like the touchscreen. I don't have the pencil yet, but it seems great to use.
I think the pencil will be really useful for doing editing too.
I went to go buy the pencil and they were out of stock. So, and there's a guy selling an iPad Pro with a pencil. I'm trying to get him to sell me a pencil, but he won't do it. It's not going to be here in time for the trip, but that's okay. But yeah, so the other option is a MacBook for editing on the go, which is awesome. I think for what you would do,
I would definitely be on a MacBook.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, because I'm currently rocking a MacBook Air. It's a 2012. It's slow. It's running a beta right now of macOS Mojave, so like it's not.
And
right now,
issue,
it's had battery issues for a long time where it hasn't been able to hold charge because I've left it plugged in for probably a good month straight.
Yeah.
So it ran into some battery issues, and now it's coming up anytime I open it up, and it's like, and if I click on the little battery icon, it's like service battery.
Yeah.
So I'm in a place right now where I'm stuck. Is like, do I want to buy a new MacBook?
You have your iMac.
And that's the thing, is I have an iMac, but it's my iMac isn't that amazing either. I need more RAM.
Well, that's what mind boggles me about the iPad. Like, this is the base model 2018 iPad, and it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fast.
Well, the processor inside of your iPad is faster than what's in my iMac.
It mind boggles me.
Right?
It's crazy.
Your Geekbench scores on that are faster than my iMac. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The Geekbench scores on my phone, I'd be faster editing on my phone than I would be on my laptop right now. Like, if I was to go travel and I had to edit, I would get frustrated with my laptop, throw it aside, and take my phone out and start editing. Like, that's what I'd have to do.
We're at that crazy point right now where it's like, I really hope that Apple pushes the Pro line of iPads to their limit, and like, I know they're getting a lot better. I'm really excited.
Oh, and they definitely have done a good job of doing that so far.
When they first came out, it was like, man,
the iPad Pro wasn't really worth it at the beginning.
No,
but like last year,
now that are utilizing
last year when they started with the AR kit stuff and all that, it just blew the other iPads out of the water.
Yeah. So, and the 2018 now, the big thing for me is it accepts the Pen support, which I've been planning on getting. I just haven't been able to.
Yeah, and that's the big thing too, is people wanted to use the Apple Pencil but didn't want to pay for the iPad Pro.
I keep saying pen.
Oh,
Pencil.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly, because the iPad Pro is big. Now
Pen
that I've used,
is a Samsung thing.
Now that I've used the iPad though, and it's working good, I would feel more comfortable investing in a Pro.
Yeah.
If if I go to get a new computer in the future, like, it's gonna be a debate. Do I need the Pro, or would I get an Apple or an iPad Pro, or would I get a new MacBook Pro for like 3 times the cost?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It really depends on what you're doing. For videos that I'm creating for myself, iPad's fine.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier, if you're doing anything professional, it's not okay. Like, you're gonna need a laptop.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just can't get the precise edits and stuff like that you really need to be able to do something professional. Right?
And then I think the gap between desktop and laptop is starting to come a little bit closer.
It's pretty narrow. I mean, obviously a completely spec'd out MacBook Pro would be way ahead of my iMac. But even the base model MacBook Pros now are on par, or even maybe a little better than what my iMac is from a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Right? That I didn't really spec out. I just kind of had it. I had added a couple options, but I didn't go crazy with it or anything. So, yeah, I mean, you can get a base model MacBook Pro, which is going to be half the price of what I paid for my iMac.
And it's pretty
pretty good.
Yeah.
So
now the one downside, you're sacrificing screen real estate.
But the thing is, you can use that external monitor,
you
right?
You can just get a monitor.
And it can be anything.
Anything, yeah.
Right?
I think,
and you can even pick up one of those really nice LG monitors, 5K LG monitors.
Get a big ultra wide or something like that.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
Might even be better than a Mac. Like, you'd probably prefer
an ultra wide, perhaps. Yeah, for video editing would be great.
Yeah. That's what I considered for quite some time, is going with an ultra wide for my desktop setup. But I've completely got it out now. I've had some pretty powerful desktops in the past, Windows desktops.
Like gaming type computers.
Yeah, gaming
computers.
So
they're built to be powerful.
Yeah, like up to, I had like my most expensive computer I built was probably about $3,400.
Yeah,
so
that's
it was
about what I paid for my iMac.
Yeah, I mean, and the value there was crazy, and I built it so you save a lot of money.
Yeah.
That thing was a beast, but it was still slow in video editing. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing. It's built differently.
Yeah.
You probably spent a lot on a graphics card.
I did, indeed.
And
my processor as well.
And while you do need a good graphics card for video editing, it's not as important.
Depending on the software you use, some softwares are going to use more of your video card for sure. But yeah, no, it just wasn't a smooth experience. Like, I could not render in real time. Like, I couldn't have my timeline or my little preview of what I'm rendering was always jittery, always choppy.
Yeah.
And then I go to my $300 iPad and it's buttery.
Yeah.
Like, it's
perfect. Yeah.
I don't understand it, but it's awesome.
And my iMac is usually good.
Yeah. Like, you're also punching out 5K. Like,
I can. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's a hefty screen real estate. Like,
it is a 5K monitor, which is beautiful. I love it. And what's bigger for me is, like, not the video editing. Video editing is great because it's really good to be able to get colors and stuff too if I need to adjust colors. Awesome for that. But what I find even better is photo editing.
Yeah.
Because, like, I take a picture and I might even drop it over to my phone from my computer. That's a second camera just closing up there. But yeah, I might drop the photo over from my camera over onto my phone, and it looks good on my phone. It's like, yeah, okay, it looks all right. But then I just blow it up on my computer, and it looks amazing.
Yep.
And then I do my edits on it, and everything is just perfect.
Yep.
The only thing is that like I said, it's not spec'd out. Like it's a little bit slow in some stuff, even with just a bit of photo editing. You know, and like I'm not even when I'm using like software on the Mac or on the iMac already. Like I use the Photos app sometimes for a bit of editing, but I won't even go into anything crazy and use the actual use any third party software.
Yeah.
And it's still a little bit slow sometimes. So.
Yeah, I mean for like Instagram post, Lightroom on your phone.
Oh, Lightroom on your
crazy.
phone, like what is it? Okay, there's two apps. There's Lightroom. There's two apps that you need.
Yep.
Lightroom and this app called LD.
Oh yeah. I actually don't use. I use Lightroom. And
I haven't
Affinity.
even used the LD app yet. I just saw a video that Peter McKinnon made on some pictures that he took at a wedding with his phone, and then edited them using Lightroom, and then used this LD app to add some effects and stuff. And they looked like wicked pictures, so I had to get it just in case I ever did any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll have to give that a try.
Yeah. And even just like taking pictures on your computer, not on your laptop, not on your computer. It's
On
not
your
where you take pictures.
phone.
No, on your camera.
Camera.
And then
okay.
dropping them over onto your phone, and then.
Oh, that was one big thing about the M50 that was a big point that I forgot. It has Bluetooth.
Yeah, just like this does.
Yeah,
I use that all the time.
You can like kind of send your pictures to your phone in real time, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
And it's really quick too.
Yeah, it is. I mean, for me, it's like I can do it with this, but with my Sony A5100, but I've got to go in and turn on Wi-Fi, select the pictures, and then send it. Whereas the Canon, it just like sucks it in.
Yeah, you just turn it on the camera, and then you go to the phone and just haul them all off.
Yeah. So that's that. I forgot all about that. That was a big feature I really liked too as well.
Big thing.
Yeah. But that's it. I mean, that's the struggle. It's an interesting time in technology because
it is.
Everything's so small and so powerful, and when the things that are in your pocket seem more powerful than my like $2,500 laptop.
It's pretty rare for my phone to glitch out and be slow, but you know my
never have a problem with iOS.
Computer does it all the time.
Yeah.
So
we're in a weird era.
Yeah.
But I think that's
gonna be it for today.
That is about it for today.
Yeah.
That podcast was more or less about video and cameras.
This is all about this cameras. This one. We want to try to pick a certain topic. First couple ones we kind of jumped around a little bit, but you know we want to get on one single topic each week and look at the different things within it.
So I'm gone next week. I might make a special appearance on the podcast. We'll see.
We'll make something work. I'm sure.
We'll figure it out. But that's it for this podcast.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
For now, be sure to check us out on Instagram and our own YouTube channels, and
I'll have a video up hopefully today.
Awesome.
Hopefully, I'll have a video done today, and then I'll eventually.
That'll be the first one.
Yeah, first one.
So make sure to check that out, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace out.